Remember how well Boom Esports actually performs when they get their hands on Miggy in such an aggressive clash lane that looks for those backline assassinations. Remember game 1, the Guan Yu was just charging through the backline, finding those pickoffs here. So imagine the same thing that's going to be committed by Miggy in this game 3 as well, at the very least for Boom Esports.
Yeah. So again, it comes back to, you know, the deficiencies of game 1. Team Haq that was they were losing the vision score. They had zero idea where Miggy was coming from. His ambushes were on point because it was coming from the shadows and a complete blind spot on them. So Team Haq, if anything, they need to space out. They need to check every brush so that nobody gets the jump on them.
Good creation block to block off Mon in this early phase, but check out Haya here. Triple spell 1, boom, boom, pow. Okay, easy wave clear, and he's out of here. So it's a bit slow. I think he never really tagged all the minions here, which allowed Carl to pick up some of these farms straight off the bat, but it's okay. All is good. 2v2 towards the bottom side here. Nice cannon blast into the right of wind to chunk out Danny.
It's going to be a good start for them. Again, I think the biggest thing is Lola. He's been left isolated in the other 2 games, right? He was going up against Danny. Danny has gotten the better of him, and so kind of, you know, accelerated from there. So giving Nuo, you know, the babysitting duties, I think is going to be very smart for Team Haq here.
It's shifting priorities, right? Like game 1, game 2, leaving the farm lanes to duke it out in a 1v1 solo match, and right now changing up the priority, making sure that Lola doesn't have too bad of a time. But this Firebeak looks to be easy access for Danny, but Carl's position.
Oh, Bai actually was thinking about it. They find Carl, though, who actually takes a little bit of damage. He was looking to ambush himself, but Bai spots him out. But Carl, again, just walking it off.
Yep. Step from below, pushing the minions back into the hands of Tatsuri. Fast clear, moving out as soon as possible here. Tatsuri just camping on towards this bush, giving as much information as possible. So early game-wise, back and forth slightly, but people are still hesitant on going all in.
Yeah, and that's going to be the biggest thing, right? I mean, nobody wants to kind of give away the game, especially early. That first blood is kind of key. Miggy even showing up to ensure that Carl has a little bit more space. Nobody's kind of taking away his farm.
Italy is so scary here. Look at the amount of people that's being invested by both teams. And to a certain point as well, if you're playing jungle and you're playing roam, and if you don't want to take gold from your laners, you need to space yourself as a roamer away from the wave when the jungler is present, because the jungle item and roamer item actually counteracts each other, and the gold goes into whoever who last hits instead. Because usually, if the roamer last hit, it's like, okay, it's fine, I still get the full gold. But when both jungle and roamer are present with the laner, that's where you need to watch out.
Yeah. I mean, he's got to just make sure that the spacing is proper here. But it looks like Boom Esports, I mean, they're sticking around. I mean, you're seeing the draws just reaping the benefits of at least the XP, and that's kind of what he wants. He doesn't really need the net worth and that gold. And Carl, right now, his farming has been on point.
Slowly but steadily, right? These are the assassin's daily routine. You are not that strong in the early game. You need more time to skill and farm towards the first 4 to 8 minutes. That's where you're strong. The Axe of Torment comes in, the item starts kicking in, that's where you can burst and find those silent assassinations. But I'm still waiting to see where Mon pulls up his first ultimate, yet to see any active plays coming in for Mon.
Yeah, but Bai was being a little bit aggressive, but he actually took most of that damage, and Carl was waiting for the fight to truly happen. If anything, Draw has level 4, so that Umbrella Outburst could really be team fight winning. But again, I think the biggest piece is just staying alive for that 4-minute tirade.
It's already an improvement compared to Game 1 and Game 2, where Game 1 and Game 2 laning phase already had a lot of explosions happening. So right now we see a bit of a shift up, right? More stable laning phase that we want to see and expect. So it gives you more control coming into this 4th minute mark. As we see, players are teleporting themselves using a teleportation shrine to come in towards this fight.
Yeah, this is going to be key, right? I mean, setting it up for 4 minutes, the teleportation, it looks like John was thinking about it, but he's going to pump fake it, not actually commit on this one. This is going to open things up for Boom Esports, who have the numbers advantage on the Tyrant. Draws there, providing that vision in case somebody potentially were to dive in with Nuno, but it looks like Carl has the Tyrant.
It's just a clean give up, right? It's like, okay guys, John is already slow. We are focusing on Bai's jungle pathing here. Make sure that Bai gets the most farm as possible. Then we play for the late game here. The emergence comes in, tries to save Boom Esports here.
Maybe
But
with that truth, setting it up. Oh, but the Moonscape Mirage, they've actually got locked in, and now Tatsuri's on the run because he's all by himself. He does stay alive. Infinite Fastness on back, and Miggy comes back, and he's angry. He wants to go in, gets the Formlessness on, gets the knock around, and Mon is going to give up first blood to draw.
But on the flip side, though, Carl gets caught in an awkward position. Here, face checks towards the bush, gets caught in the box by the hands of Nuono and also John. 1-for-1 in terms of jungle exchange, but check out bot lane, though. Danny wasn't around. Danny was just pummeling those turrets.
Yeah, taking that one, that bottom T1, which is going to be huge for them. And I mean, this is going to be a big factor, right? No. How much control can he have? Is he able to lock down Carl? I think that they're going to really be able to turn some team fights if he gets like multi-man boxes.
And this is a painful exchange coming in from Team Haq. It's not just one tower. That's 2 towers in towards the farm lane that was picked up by Dani. And also the amount of waves that he got for free. This is going to skyrocket this Lady Sun Cannonball's farm into a very high TPM.
Yeah, you don't really want to see the Lady Soon Danny get really free farm. 3.9 right now, highest actually in the game. So all that space, he's happily taking that up, and he will become a monster come mid to late game.
And you can see the build that we discussed pre-game. Last game, Danny went for the full critical build, and this game, Lola went for the semi-tank build on Push Long. This gives you very good tank ability, and you don't really die that easily. 300 extra armor, similar to a Ominous Premonition, but the key giveaway here is you can sustain, you can fight longer, but you sacrifice your burst damage.
Yeah. I think right now it's just about staying alive. They have a lot of, really offensive weapons on both squads right now. It's about just being able to withstand that initial burst and then do your own damage. Because again, the other squad, very squishy as well.
Very squishy. I'm still keeping my eyes on towards Mon's Evernight aspirations here. Waiting to see where he gets his second ultimate. But look at Miggy though, nice set!
Oh, nice little set. And they've got him, and they get the pick off. Mon was left watching on this one. Miggy making him pay, and again, from the brush.
Miggy is just really aggressive when you give him hands on things that are CC geared up. Like, remember the Guan Yu in game 1? He was just around the map fighting those pickoffs, and remember this game, he's been fighting back-to-back one, but Danny here in the bad position.
Oh, Danny gets Jade sealed to death, and he's gonna just try to stay alive though. He's gonna dodge most of this, and he gets on top of the ledge. He's gonna be bouncing around, and I mean, Team Haq have actually found a nice little pickoff finding Danny early.
Back-to-back good pickoffs coming in by both teams here. Goal lead is within a 1,000 comfortable for both sides. Suri comes in, but is he in a bad position though? Nice creation block, pushing back by. But tower is secured coming in by the side of Team Haq.
Yeah, big commitment there by Boom Esports. They were trying to save that tower, but Team Haq right now are feeling it. I mean, yes, they're down slightly. It's about 600 gold at this point, but this is far, way better than they've been in terms of the series, right? This has been their best early game. They need to continue on with this pressure here.
I love the improvement. Like, they're pacing themselves from every game's mistake, right? They're warming themselves up, and right now, at the 8th minute mark, it's starting to go back to our conversation during the pre-game draft that we want to see a more stable Team Haq, less on the losing lane side, more on the slow but steadily farming those 3 big items into that shadow objective fight.
Yeah, and actually the biggest piece of that was that Bai was like, okay, we need to get that pick off onto the guy that has been free farming, which is Danny, right? Him going down has really stunted his growth. He's now kind of dropped down. He's got about 5.5, equalizing with Lola at this stage. So that's one good way of getting back into this one.
Upside, a lot of these members being committed by the side of Boom Esports, 5 strong members with the Bai being short on towards the bottom side here. We might see a potential engage by Miggy.
Oh, they find him. John, he's in a bad spot. He tries to flash. He runs into the wall, but he actually just gets back barely enough. And it looks like the box is going to save him. The Cannon Blast covering that retreat as well. And space created for Bai in that bottom lane. Bottom T2 going down. And Bai looking to go for cleanup. No, he wants to go for the minions instead.
This is a dream scenario if you are Carl and also Bai here. You're given so much room to pick a resource on towards the map. For Bai, it's the team holding on in the 45 position and getting that crucial defense, right? And it gives Bai the leeway to get that bottom tower, to get those waves, pump that goal in, so you can prepare that 10th minute fight right now. We see a bit of a pick up on towards Nuono.
Yeah, Nuno is in a bad spot. There's going to be 5 members of Boom Esports that were going to easily take that one guy away. Nuno was all by himself, but space created. John was pushing the top lane, but now Boom Esports turned their attention to this bottom one here.
Annihilation doesn't find on towards anybody though. Danny getting a big of a poke on towards the tier 3, on towards the bottom side. Some signal shots to just push the enemies back towards the base here. With the death timers being so close in towards the shadow objective, I do think that Boom has a prime position going in towards the 10th minute mark.
Yeah, I mean, the spacing, the timing is not really there, but they actually find Miggy. Look at it, just trade with John. Reinforcements are on the way. Bai is there as well. Carl needs to get on back. He's not hit that Super Saiyan mode where he's like completely online, but this is a moment where, again, it's only 10 minutes into the game.
Alarming mana bar as well coming in from Bai. Tatsuri has to pop the flash to escape from the Moonscape Mirage, but he does find on towards Danny. Danny's just pummeling him.
Oh, Danny actually says, oh, you want to send me into purgatory? Let's go. Gets the pick off. They find it. It's a team ace. Boom Esports making them pay.
That was a really fast team fight. I think within 10 seconds, everybody is down coming in from Team Haq. It started off with Mon pulling Danny into the Moonscape Mirage, but due to the item disadvantage coming in by the Haya, it was a clean and easy kill by the side of Danny. And out on the other end, it was the beautiful unbridled outburst chain from the death from below by the side of Carl in finding those big kills. And right now, with an ace, double objective once again.
Yeah, actually, I'm sure Mon is just like, okay, mistakes were made, right? Danny was the worst guy to pull in. I mean, the damage that he had was able to just burst him, where Mon really didn't have much of a chance. And Boom Esports have the other guys. You have Carl on the Lam as well as the Nua Tatsuri. You have a lot of heroes that can deal that damage. And you don't always need Danny to do it, but now it looks like they find Miggy in a bad spot. And now here comes the turnaround. The Infinite Fastness is going to be used. The box is going to be setting them up, but somehow Miggy is so low, and he eventually will fall on this one. Danny dies as well, but Carl with the double, they're looking to trade. Bai gets the double, so it looks like they're going to be retreating here.
This is the good news for the side of Team Haq. With Boom Esports securing both shadow objectives and they can still force an equal trade, this means the shadow objectives that they have attained wouldn't be much more beneficial compared to before, so they have halted the advance coming in from Boom. Maybe a repeat of what we saw back in Game 2.
Yeah. Definitely the potential is going to be there, right? I think that Bai also, if he's able to get online with Lola, having those items to really fight back, they might have a tough time, right? Boom Esports right now, yes, they have the heroes to kind of, win that team fight, but Team Haq, the way that they've been positioning, they've been able to outmaneuver a lot of what Boom Esports are throwing at them, plus their high ground defense is generally on point.
Yep, the good wave clear that we talk about, right? You get caught by these engages here, but Carl pushing him back. Screen does pan over to the Nando.
Yeah, it looks like they're not going to get much in terms of John there. They will eventually just fall back at this point, but they're losing their jungle in the meantime. All 3 lanes right now about the mid area, so if anything, Boom Esports probably want to be just fixing the lanes first.
They still got John's flash. That's going to be a key cooldown to put Danny into a much more comfortable spot. If you imagine you have like a Fatih with like flash jumping onto you with the third spell, 1 flash, that's gonna be pretty uncomfortable if you're a marksman player. But now knowing for the fact that, hey, the enemy Fatih doesn't have flash anymore, I get to play more aggressively on this Lady Sun.
Yeah. And just being able to just kind of do your damage from afar. But Bai looking to go on the ledge. If anything, he's going to be backing off. But John, look, he's only level 13. He's a level behind Miggy, but he still needs more time to come online. They're going to lose the top Team 3. Less time for Team Haq available.
Ooh, that's going to be painful here. You can see the high grounds are just slowly but surely being chipped away. This is thanks to Danny's rolling raid on the Lady Sun. Extended range, he has to hit towers from afar. So if Boom Esports secures objective, better be ready here, Team Haq, because those towers are not going to be staying for long.
Yeah, not much at all. I mean, Boom Esports have a lot of damage. That burst is real. If they're able to get any sort of, pressure on, especially with those minions, they're gonna have a tough time, right? And the wave clear, too slow. They're not able to keep on pace, and Boom Esports taking the bottom T3 for free.
That's the difficulty of the Haya, right? When you play at Haya and you can't find those early game aggressive plays. So far, we've seen the Moonscape Mirage coming in by Mon. hasn't been too beneficial. I think every single play has led to a good Boom Esports counter engage with Danny out of position.
Oh, the washed away by was thinking about going. The emergence is going to deter him from actually committing, and now Carl on the heroic play, deciding to go in on this one. He's not able to find the pickoff as of now, but John continuing. He's going to be left for dead, and now Boom Esports. It looks like Tatsuri gets picked off with that flaming palm. He gets on his dragon. He gets on out of this one, but Bai has been killed as well, and now Carl is trying to find Mon and Lola, but he's not able to go. Carl needs to be a little bit careful. Turns it around. That's a triple kill, and they get the team ace, and Boom Esports will take game 3 and the series.
It was looking good at the very start of the fight, where Bai found the successful flash on towards the side of Danny, but the